could probably count the number of wrong decisions that Arne Slot has made this season with just one hand. But the Dutchman arguably made a fatal error in last weekend's visit of Arsenal, whom the Reds stormed into a 2-0 lead. Count the number of wrong decisions Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz's efforts. However, the pendulum swung drastically at the start of the second half as the re-energised Gunners cut the deficit in half through Gabriel Martinelli, not long before Real Madrid-bound Trent Alexander-Arnold was introduced to a load of boos from his own home crowd. The atmosphere had already fallen flat on account of Liverpool's tepid start to the second half, and if bringing on the departing local lad did not already make matters much worse for the Premier League champions, Alexander-Arnold playing Mikel Merino onside for Arsenal's equalizer certainly did. That 2-2 draw with their closest challengers, using that term loosely, marked just the third time in Premier League history that Liverpool failed to win a home game when leading by at least 2 goals at half-time, but the Merseysiders are already on the beach, or in Slot's case, the Ocean Beach Club in Ibiza. Speaking of teams producing the goods on rival turf, Brighton's penultimate away match of the season last weekend saw the Seagulls slay the Wolves at Molineux, where evergreen striker Danny Welbeck finally hit the 10-goal mark in a Premier League season. The former Arsenal and Manchester United striker's penalty preceded a late Brahim Garuda clincher in the West Midlands, as Fabian Herzl's men kept themselves within touching distance of 8th place and the Conference League qualification spot that may come with it. Even though Crystal Palace stunned Manchester City in the FA Cup final, 8th will still suffice for the third-tier European competition if Chelsea win this year's edition, but also finish 6th or 7th in the Premier League table, giving Brighton, Brentford, Bournemouth and Fulham hope just yet. So the two starting teams line up as follows. For Brighton, in goal for them is Bart Verbruggen. The back four is made up of Mats Wiefer, Jan-Paul van Hecke, Adam Webster and Pervis Estupiñán. Carlos Baleba and Yassine Ayari will be playing in holding midfield, whilst Yakuba Minte, Brahim Garuda and Simon Adingra will play behind the lone striker Danny Welbeck. For Liverpool, in goal for them is Alisson. The back four is made up of Conor Bradley, Jarell Quansah, Ibrahima Konate and Konstantinos Tsimikas, whilst Dominic Szoboszlai and Ryan Gravenberch will play in holding midfield, with Cody Gakpo, Harvey Elliott and the captain Mohamed Salah playing behind the lone striker Federico Chiesa. For Brighton, on their sub-bench, their sub-goalkeeper is Carl Rushford. He's joined alongside Igor Julio, Lewis Dunk, Jack Hinshelwood, Joel Veltman, Harry Howell, Matt O'Reilly, Karu Matoma and Diego Gomez. Whilst on the sub-bench for Liverpool, it is Queven Kelleher, Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andrew Robertson, Wataru Endo, Curtis Jones, Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez. So both sides are out now. The referee is Andy Madley, who's just shook hands with the two captains, those being Mohamed Salah and Danny Welbeck. And it's a big opportunity for Federico Chiesa, who's up making his first Premier League start today. He joined from Juventus in a 10 million deal. And he has not made a desired impact. He came injured, actually, in fact, and he just struggled to break into the starting lineup. So we are about to get underway here. Liverpool in an all-red strip, kicking from right to left against Brighton and Hove Albion, who are in their traditional white and blue striped tops with blue shorts and white socks. So here we go. It's the ball with Liverpool as it goes back to their goalkeeper Alisson, and Alisson will play it out to Tsimikas with it. We'll go back to the goalkeeper. Alisson will play a short ball to Ryan Gravenberch, just dropped in to receive the ball. He'll give it to Quansah. Gravenberch will play a forward ball towards Harvey Elliott, but he will let it run through to Dominic Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai will now move it out to the left-hand side. Here is Cody Gakpo. Gakpo's going to cut in onto his right foot, and he's going to fire a shot in from the edge of the box, and it certainly had Bart Verbruggen at full stretch. Nice start by Liverpool there. Cody Gakpo just making sure his touch took him outside of the box, and then tried to bend a shot into the bottom corner, but he's bent it round the goalkeeper's post and out for a goal kick. So it's Verbruggen who will play it short. He receives the ball from Adam Webster. Liverpool are happy to not press the goalkeeper, who's in all black. Verbruggen will step forward. He'll play a short ball to Adam Webster, and then he will assess his options, of which he'll give it to Jan-Paul Van Hecke. Van Hecke thought about forcing the forward pass, but he'll go back to Verbruggen. Verbruggen will clip it out to the left-hand side, which just kept in play by Simon Adingra. It's now Pervis Estupinan who's going to send the ball forward. Eventually comes to Danny Welbeck. Welbeck to Brahan Garuda. Garuda will try and play a ball down the left side, which Simon Adingra will try and make a run for, and it goes out of play. The ball goes all the way back to Lewis Dunk. Dunk, who's got Van Hecke on his right side. Carlos Baliba has dropped in. Dunk will try to find a pass. Will Webster towards Pervis Estupinan, but it's a poor pass, and now it's Liverpool on the counter-attack. A few shouts to handball as Mohamed Salah controls it with his chest. Comes back to Harvey Elliott, and it's Ryan Gravenberch with the ball in the Brighton half here at the Amex Stadium. Wonderful dome for football. And there's Harvey Elliott, who plays this ball off Conor Bradley. Just recently signed a new contract on a slot side, and it's Bradley who receives the ball from Ibrahima Konate. Konate back to Ryan Gravenberch, who's sat back in a central position. He'll give it to Tsimikas on this left fullback. Here is Cody Gakpo, and then it's Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai with it. Well, okay, all the way back to Konate. Can step forward. Konate to the captain, Mohamed Salah. Salah will give it to Harvey Elliott. He's inside his own half. Give it to Tsimikas. Tsimikas will step forward in the Brighton half now. He's pressed by Yankuba Minte. He gives it to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo finds Ryan Gravenberch, and Gravenberch will shift it out to the right side. Mohamed Salah has come wide to receive it. To Dominic Szoboszlai, who just lays it off for Harvey Elliott, who will try and cut it back in, but it's cleared away by Adam Webster. Comes all the way back to Konate. There is Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott trying to get past the Brighton midfield, and he is bundled over. Free kick is awarded. Elliott just trying to take on Yassine Ayari, who catches him on that occasion. Gives the free kick away. It will be Dominic Szoboszlai to stand over it now. Brighton with a relatively high line. Sorted out their line on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's the Hungarian who is stood over it. He prepares to deliver a ball in. It goes all the way towards the back post and too much on it. Federico Chiesa is certainly not going to get there. There's too much on the ball that came in from Dominic Szoboszlai. He does hold his hands in the air to apologise. The camera does pan to James Milner, who sat on the substitute bench, been with Brighton for a few years now, had such a good career with Liverpool, a well-liked player during his time with the Reds. So it's Brighton on the ball. They will throw it back all the way to Jan-Paul van Hekke, who will go back to Verbruggen. Verbruggen with it. Here's Estupiñán. And it goes all the way back. Jarell Quansah. It's Tsimikas. Not too much to shout about inside the first 7 minutes here. Goes out to the right side. Conor Bradley will receive it and will knock it forward, but Carlos Baleba will step forward. And it's Jan-Paul van Hekke receives the ball, gives it to Yassine Ayari. Just tries to force a pass and does give it away. And then it comes into Yankuba Minte, who's driving inside. Dominic Szoboszlai's there to try and win the ball off him. He's just able to shrug off the challenge. And it comes out to the right-hand side, of which Mats FIFA will take the throw. He'll go all the way back to Jan-Paul van Hekke. Van Hekke will give it to Adam Webster inside his own half again. Comes inside to Carlos Baleba. Van Hekke will split and Hekke will receive it and then send the ball over the top. First time that Brighton have got into the Liverpool half. It's Minte who's going to try and just pull it across the 18-yard box, and Conor Bradley's able to clear it away. Here is Brahan Gruda. Gruda with it. Just chucks himself to the floor, does Gruda. Andy Madley wags his finger. I'd like to see that one again, but it certainly looked like there was nowhere near him. He just chucked himself on the floor. Long ball goes forward to Mohamed Salah. Salah inside the 18-yard box, gets a shot away. Good save by Verbruggen. Brahan Gruda not happy. Oh, that is a dive if I've ever seen one. Gruda leaves his foot in to try and initiate a little bit of contact. And then he just chucks himself on the floor. That is certainly unforgivable from the pole. Brahan Gruda joined from Mainz in a 25 million deal a couple of seasons ago now. Certainly went down too easy. But when we see another angle, it was a glancing touch on the knee. So maybe I'm being a little bit harsh with him, but certainly just chucked himself to the floor more than anything. So it's Dominic Szoboszlai who will send it out to the right side. Mohamed Salah will cut it in for Conor Bradley. Bradley's there. Bradley inside the box will pull it back, and it's Harvey Elliott who pokes it into the back of the net. And it's Liverpool who lead 1-0 here. And it's maybe Conor Bradley showing his worth to the Liverpool supporters, that they do not need Trent Alexander-Arnold, because they do have the young 21-year-old who's just pulled the ball back there for the 22-year-old Harvey Elliott. And it's Liverpool with their first real attack, real time getting into the opposition box. Adam Webster was unable to read it as Conor Bradley stepped forward. I think he thought that Bradley was just going to pull it back, and instead he just took a further heavy touch, got to the byline, pulled it back to Harvey Elliott, and he had the simple task of just knocking it into the back of the net, and Liverpool lead 1-0. Harvey Elliott was able to celebrate in front of the Brighton supporters. So now it's Carlos Baleba with it. Baleba forward to Danny Welbeck. Welbeck will move it back to Pervis Estupiñán. Estupiñán with the ball. Carlos Baleba now coming forward, bundling forward, tries to force a forward ball but does lose it. Gives it away. Liverpool have scored in every single away game And this is only the third time that has ever happened. Arsenal in 2001 and 2002, the same year that Manchester United scored in every Premier League game. So it's only the third time that's ever happened. It's Brighton on the attack here. It's Simon Adingra that's showing good feet. Bending onto his right foot, gets a shot away and it loops over the bar and lands on top of the net. Alisson Becker certainly wasn't sure where that ball was going to end up, and it took a little bit of a deflection. So it's Brian Gruder stood over free kick. He raises his right arm in the air, left-footed cross in towards the back post, headed away by Cody Gakpo. It's going to be an attempt in from distance by Pervis Estupiñán. Estupiñán gets there, but he puts too much on it and he sends it over the bar. We do see that penalty shout again. There was contact on Brian Gruder, so I certainly was being harsh, but did kind of chuck himself on the floor as well. So it's Gruder, and moves out to the right-hand side. Yankuba Minte up against Tsimikas. Tsimikas holds up to the challenge. The ball is delivered in. Liverpool are able to see it all the way across their 18-yard box. It's Connor Bradley. Bradley will give it to Canate, and Canate will chuck the ball forward all the way back to Adam Webster. Now they lose the ball because Federico Chiesa's running at the Brighton defence. Harvey Elliott receives it and will try to let it run across his body, but Brighton can now spark a counter-attack. It's now Yankuba Minte. Gives it to Mats Vifa, the overlapping fullback. He pulls it across, and it's Connor Bradley on this occasion who has got across and booted it out, but Fabian Hertzler pleased with what he's seen. Positive play from his Brighton side. So Van Hecke will go back to Adam Webster. Adam Webster with the ball. Liverpool happy to kind of sit off in a 4-2-4 formation of sorts. It's a long ball to Minte. Minte inside the box will cross it in. It's headed away by Jarell Quansah. Stood inside the 6-yard box and headed it away. That'll be a throw for Brighton. Mats Vifa will come over to pick the ball up. So Vifa with the ball. He'll throw it into Danny Welbeck. Welbeck back to Vifa. Vifa will pull it back to the edge of the box. It is Mohamed Salah who is stepping forward. Here is Pervis Estupiñán. Goes to Adingra. Adingra will cross it in, but Alisson will dive across and catch it. He will take his time and will now roll it out to Jarell Quansah. Quansah will give it to Tsimikas. And Quansah will give it to Ryan Gravenberg, who turns so well on the edge of his box. So it's Mats Vifa. Vifa will throw it short to Jan-Paul Van Hecke. Van Hecke will release it to Adam Webster. Webster to Van Hecke, and Vifa will knock it all the way back to Bart Verbruggen. Here is Carlos Baliba. Receives the ball from Webster, goes out to the right side. Van Hecke. Over the ball, Mats Vifa. Vifa can now drive inside. Vifa will try to play it to the edge of the box where Yassine Ayari is, but again, Ryan Gravenberg's there, and he'll go back to Alisson. He'll just send a long ball forward, which is headed back down to a Brighton player. Simon Adingra. Adingra will cross it in. Quansah gets a touch to boot it away, and Salah will attempt to bring down. He's unable to. It's out on the right hand side now. So Yankuba Minte is going to dink it to the far post, and it's a dangerous ball, but it's over the head of Yassine Ayari. Out for a goal kick. Yankuba Minte just cutting in onto his left foot there, crossing the ball in. Yassine Ayari jumped up for it. He's complaining that he had a little shove in the back from Conor Bradley. He's maybe got a case as a ball goes forward to Cody Gakpo. Headed away, and then it comes all the way back to Adam Webster. Webster, Van Hecke. Plays it all the way back to Bart Verbruggen. Verbruggen to Webster, and it's the man draped in all black that will clip the ball out to the left hand side, one in the air by Conor Bradley. Ryan Gravenberg will get the touch, and it's a heavy touch because it goes out of play for a Seagulls throw, which is applauded by a couple of supporters down there watching on. It's Carlos Baliba who's been able to turn, and he's fouled by Chiesa, and there's a couple of questions being asked by Brighton players. Andy Madley just has a word with Chiesa and tells him to calm down. Chiesa's put his hands around Andy Madley and has apologised straight away. It may have gone down in the good books of the referee for that honesty. Ball goes back to Van Hecke. So it's Webster. Webster will give it to Verbruggen. Verbruggen will play it again. Brighton, who are a real possession-based side, will knock it forward to Danny Welbeck, who's dropped in deep to get on it, and the referee's just deemed that Dominic Szoboszlai was just a little bit overzealous with the way that he came in to get the ball, and it's Yassine Ayari who will give it to Jan-Paul Van Hecke. There is Danny Welbeck, gives it to Brahan Garuda. Garuda's battling with Tsimikas, but Tsimikas is just going to try and see it out of play, but it's kept in. Now it's Yankuba Minte. Minte coming onto his left foot, surging in, but he's unable to get there. It's Ryan Gravenberg who comes over, gets it, and then is fouled by Yankuba Minte. It'll be a free kick for Liverpool. Good play by Ryan Gravenberg, getting his body in, protecting it well, and then eventually winning the foul. The ball will be left for Alisson Becker. Alisson Becker just trying to organise his team. He knocks it forward, all the way forward, and it's Federico Chiesa who gets there. Chiesa will try and hold up to the ball. He's eventually bundled over by Jan-Paul Van Hecke, who clearly doesn't agree with the decision, but for anyone that has watched Van Hecke like I have this season, he doesn't agree with many decisions from the officials. He's always having a little bit of a chew on the ear, the man in black. So here is Ryan Gravenberg. Gravenberg will give it to Szoboszlai. Oh, here is Szoboszlai. We'll clip it out to the right hand side. Ibrahim Konate, just clipped by Adingra, meaning Liverpool can take a free kick. They will knock it forward to Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott will go back to Konate. Turns back and gives it all the way to Alisson Becker. Jarrell Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa will step forward. Plenty of players surrounding. He will send it out to the right side. It's Conor Bradley who will step forward. Bradley to Salah. Salah will then just knock it off Pervis Estupiñán. It'll be a Liverpool throw. The long ball forward. It's sent in, and good challenge. It goes in by Estupiñán, and then Estupiñán has deflected it back off Conor Bradley, meaning it'll be a goal kick. Oh, goal kick to be taken by Adam Webster, something we've seen more of as of late. Play it short to Verbruggen. Verbruggen will clip it forward. Out of play. So it's Alisson Becker. Alisson with it. Give it to Canate. Canate will knock it forward. Here is Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai with it. Szoboszlai will play a forward ball, just deflects off the backside of Max Vifa, picked up by Federico Chiesa. Chiesa out to the right side. There's Conor Bradley. Bradley fires a shot in. It's past the dive of Bart Verbruggen, but it doesn't go into the back of the net, and it's out for a goal kick. But it certainly was a dangerous move by on a slot side, breaking forward. Just came to Conor Bradley, who just kind of maybe rushed it a little, but it was brilliant by Federico Chiesa, who was chasing forward. It's Brighton who will go short from the goal kick. It's Verbruggen who will clip it out to the left side. It's brought down by Pervis Estupinan. Cody Gakpo tried to bring him down, but the referee will play a good advantage. And then it's a long ball forward, and it's cut out by Jarell Quansah. Goes out of play for a throw. So Estupinan has come over to pick it up. He will take the throw. Goes all the way back to Adam Webster. To Jan-Paul van Hecke. Van Hecke will send a long ball forward, which will be touched down by Alisson Becker. Alisson with the ball inside his own 18-yard box. So he's just going to waste a little bit of time. He's just going to wait for Gruder to press him, and then he can pick up the ball. It's a long kick that goes forward. It's won in the air by Estupinan. And then it's back with the central defenders of Brighton, who are playing their way out of trouble. It's a strong challenge that goes in by Quansah, and then Cody Gakpo will surge forward, and Cody Gakpo's bundled over by Jan-Paul van Hecke, who's having a complaint to Andy Medley, and Andy Medley just explaining the decision. Cody Gakpo seems a little bit confused maybe as to why there is no yellow card on this occasion. It will be a shooting opportunity, you imagine, about 20 yards out. It's Konstantinos Tsimikas and Dominic Szoboszlai that has stood over here at the moment. Verbruggen is just organising a four-man wall. Verbruggen who is organising it, and Dominic Szoboszlai, it looks like it's been left for him to take. And he is preparing to deliver. It's going to be a shot that goes in, and it just deflects off the wall in front of him. And then back out to Cody Gakpo. Give it to Conor Bradley. Bradley to Gakpo. Gakpo will nutmeg the Swede Yasin Ayari, and then Ayari will try and force a ball forward, but loses it, and it's Danny Welbeck who will clip it to Pervis Estupinan. Estupinan takes a heavy touch. Canate's there trying to tackle him. Here is Yankuba Minte, takes it to the byline. Minte will hang it up, headed away by Gakpo, and then cleared away by a panicked version of Federico Chiesa. And just knocks it out, but clearly doesn't get enough distance on the clearance. It's a Stupinan. Stupinan will send it to the left-hand side. There's Minte. Minte will go back to Ayari. There's Carlos Baliba. Move it to Adam Webster, who stepped out of defence with the ball. Van Hecke. Van Hecke will now move it to the left side. It's going to be a delivery in, headed away by Jarrell Kwanzaa. It's going to be a long ball that gets switched out to this right side. It's brought down really well, in fact. Here is that's FIFA. FIFA on it, will cross it in. Not a good delivery in, and Brighton will get the ball moving once again. Out to the right side, it's number 17, Yankuba Minte. Minte into Brahan Garuda. It's going to be a shot that goes in, and he shook it rather horridly, I think is the descriptive word that I will use. Just panicked it at it ever so slightly, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. So it's Alison Becker with the ball, who send it to the right side. Now it's Dominic Szoboszlai, who tried to take on Carlos Baliba, but he's got a cross, and then Szoboszlai has apparently knocked it off Baliba as he's come to win the ball. So a throw-in has been given. It's a throw that goes inside to Simon Adingra. Now to the left-hand side, Professor Stupinan is going to get a shot away, and he panics as he gets the shot away. He's done a good strike, and he sends it wide and out for a goal kick. Certainly just rushed it ever so slightly. Oh, it's a goal kick that goes forward. It's been rare that we've seen any kind of hurried or long ball forward from either side. And Paul Van Hecke, who will go to his goalkeeper, Bart Verbruggen. Verbruggen will this time send a long ball forward, but it's won in the air by Connor Bradley. Bradley can only head it to Brahan Garuda. Garuda will step forward with it. Garuda to Estupinan. Estupinan will clip it in. Welbeck has tried to flick it on. It wasn't a bad header. It was a good glancing effort by Danny Welbeck, but he was unable to glance it into the back of the net. And the 34-year-old who's had his best goal-scoring season in the Premier League at his oldest age, he has been unable to add to the tally of 10 goals. And he's put that one just wide of the ball. So it's going to be a throw out on the left side. Purpose Stupinan picks it up. And Stupinan will give it to Brahan Garuda. Garuda running back, moves it out to the left side, but it's Dominic Szoboszlai who can step forward and try and force something for Liverpool now, and he does force it, but it's not a good pass. Loses it eventually. And now it's Adam Webster. He'll take a couple seats forward. It's out to the right side. It's Yankuba Minte can bring it down. He will play it across the 6-yard box, but cleared away by Kanate. It's Garuda to Yassine Ayari. Finds Jan-Paul Van Hecke. Liverpool back in shape now, trying to remain organised. And it's a ball that goes to the left-hand side. A shot does come in by Simon Adingra. It's taken a few bounces, and then Alison Becker will comfortably collect it. And then he'll just roll it out to Ryan Gravenberg. Gravenberg to Alisson. Alisson out to the right side, and again, force a pass, not a great pass, and out to play. Brighton can quickly get it back in. It's Carlos Baliba. Baliba to Nkuba Minte, and Minte will try and play a 1-2, but it's going to be cleared out by Jarell Quansah. They're just trying to get behind their side at the moment, are the Brighton supporters, just playing a pretty low tempo, but this could be a decent one. It's clipped in behind to Yassine Ayari, and it's Yassine Ayari who's brought it down, and it's the Swede who has equalised for Fabian Hürzeler's team, and it's an excellent finish. He has brought it down so well in behind the Liverpool defence, and then he has just left Alisson Becker rooted to the spot. And it's a Swede with only his second Premier League goal, the 21-year-old Yassine Ayari, who has got Brighton back level in the game. It's some good one-touch football, just as I was criticising them for actually playing with a pretty low tempo. It was Brian Gruder who received the ball as it was bouncing. He just knocked it in behind. Ayari just brought it down superbly well and then slotted it into the bottom corner. Brilliant finish, and it's Brighton who have levelled with Liverpool. It's Brighton 1, Liverpool 1. Fabian Hürzeler will be delighted with that goal to bring the Seagulls back level. It has been coming. They've had 7 shots compared to Liverpool's 5. They both had 2 shots on target, but a lot of credit probably does have to go to Brian Gruder for that assist, as he just dinked it in behind, and then it was excellently brought down by Ayari. So again, Danny Welbeck picks up the ball. Welbeck on the edge of the box as it's bouncing, then he attempts a shot, but he sends it way over the bar, and it was actually the Brazilian goalkeeper Alisson Becker who gave it away on that occasion. Just trying to force a pass, and it wasn't a great pass at all. And Brighton nearly took advantage. Of course, Virgil van Dijk not playing today. Before today, he was the only Premier League player to have played every single minute of this season, other than Nathan Collins, who plays for Brentford. But of course, Van Dijk not starting today, so that mantle will go to the Brentford centre-back, Nathan Collins, the most minutes this season. But here is Brian Gruder, who's going to chase forward. He's onto the edge of the box. He will now move it to the left side. Shot goes in by Adingra, but it's blocked off well by Connor Bradley. It's Ayari who's able to regain the ball. Adam Webster inside the Brighton half. Now in the Liverpool half, it's Estupiñán to Gruder. And a shot goes in by Estupiñán. It's a shot on target. Alisson's had to dive down to his left side and collect it, but it was a panicked effort more than anything. But we have got 10 minutes left remaining in this game. Now Brighton 1, Liverpool 1. And now it is Elliott. Elliott out to the right channel. Here it is with the captain, Mohamed Salah. Salah will try return the favour back to the former Fulham Academy graduate, but he gives it away. And here is Brighton coming on the counter-attack. It's Simon Adingra, but Tsimikas has got in and blocked it off, and now it's Jarell Quansah. Quansah to Tsimikas. It's Ryan Gravenberg. Give it to Chiesa. Chiesa will knock it back to Ibrahima Konate. It's Harvey Elliott inside his own half. Canate with the ball. They play it to the left side. Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai asking for support, asking for some players to get up near him. We've got 8 minutes left. It's Canate out to the right touchline. Mohamed Salah receives it, goes back to Canate. At the moment, Brighton have had the most passes in the final third and touches in the opposition box. They've had triple the amount of touches in the opposition box to what Liverpool have had, just 9. They've also dominated the possession of the ball with 56. Here is Cody Gakpo. Gakpo, who thought about driving at the Brighton defence, but will turn back and give it to Jarell Quansah. Quansah will go back to Alisson Becker. Alisson to Canate. Liverpool just looking to maybe take the sting out of the game. There is Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott inside Liverpool's own half. Gives it to Canate. Here is Salah. Salah back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch out to the left side. Jarell Quansah is here to receive it. And Jarell Quansah will turn back to Alisson Becker, who's way out of his goal. And it goes out to the right side. Ibrahima Konate is able to step forward. So now it's clipped to the left side. Cody Gakpo stepping forward, gives it to Tsimikas. Tsimikas will pull it across. It's Adam Webster who just sticks out a foot and makes a crucial block, and then it comes back out to Dominic Szoboszlai, who will swing it in, headed away by Webster, and now Brahan Gruda with the opportunity to run at the Liverpool defence. Here is Adingra. Liverpool are rushing to get back in. Adingra gives it to his left fullback, Estupinan. Estupinan to Adingra. Comes to Yassine Ayari. Ayari with it. And then Estupinan will go back to Adam Webster. Jan-Paul van Hecke. A purposeful step forward. Give it to Mats Wiefer. Liverpool sat off in shape at the moment. It's Belieber to Webster. Belieber again, forward ball, blocked off well by Orion Gravenberch. Now Gravenberch can step forward. Looking to stretch his legs, and then we'll go back to Jarell Quansah. And then Ibrahima Konate will send it out to the right side. Goes back to Alisson. And a long ball goes forward, and again credit has to go to the goalkeeper. Verbruggen is out of his goal, and then actually the assistant referee on the far side has spotted an offsides in there, and Andy Madley has felt the need to stop the game, which has frustrated some of the Brighton supporters in the stands. So here's Danny Welbeck. Sort of kind of goes into that role that he gets on the ball and drops in deep and knocks it back, almost like the Wayne Rooney role of old when he got a little bit older. Welbeck just kind of gets a little bit bored, you feel like, not getting the ball up top, and he's asked to drop in, get the ball, which then allows the wide men to get in behind him. Ryan Gravenberch gives it to Harvey Elliott. Elliott will shift it out to the right side. Conor Bradley. Ryan Gravenberch with it. The Dutchman will clip it forward out to the left side. Mohamed Salah is on the right side. It's Cody Gakpo, just about keeps it in. Gakpo with it, cuts in. Good strong challenge goes in by Mats Wiefer. And then he will play the ball back out to the centre-back. Webster gives it away, and it's Jarell Quansah who can step forward, and that's a good sliding challenge going in by the former Feyenoord midfielder who was playing with Arne Slot last year at Feyenoord. And like his former manager, he made the move in the summer. He joined Brighton Hove Albion in a 25 million deal. They spent a lot of money this summer, the Seagulls, as they look to show a little bit more of an impact. So Szoboszlai will go back to Jarell Quansah. Of course, there's 2 Premier League games coming your way tomorrow. Manchester City host AFC Bournemouth, and also we'll see Crystal Palace, the FA Cup winners, who'll be riding a high after winning the first major trophy in their history, and they'll be taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers. So it's Alisson Becker who gives it to Dominic Szoboszlai. He goes back to Jarell Quansah. Here is the goalkeeper in all yellow, Alisson. Finds Konate, and then Alisson will send a long ball forward. It's one in the air by Estupiñán. Heads it towards Adingra. Conor Bradley feels like he was being tripped as he clears the ball away. Madley doesn't agree. Ayari will give it to Jan-Paul van Hecke. Here is Vifa. Yassine Ayari forces a ball, poor pass, and now Federico Chiesa will pick it up and look to run at the Brighton defence. It's Dominic Szoboszlai who will clean up. It's Ryan Gravenberg who will give it to Cody Gakpo. The advantage is played. It's Harvey Elliott out to the right side. Cody Gakpo has made the run on the left side. It's Mohamed Salah who is there, and he gets a shot away, blocked off well by Pervis Estupiñán as Salah was making his way forward then. He got his shot off, but blocked off well by the former Villarreal left fullback. So it's going to be a corner, an opportunity for them to put the ball forward. And then a ball goes forward. It's crossed all the way in, but it's just going to be Verbruggen who's going to come out of his 6-yard box and catch it. Bread and butter for a goalkeeper of his quality. And then a long ball goes forward. It's Pervis Estupiñán. Estupiñán with it. Left-footed cross blocked off well by Harvey Elliott. He got there and just stood his ground, blocked it. The ball will be thrown back to Adam Webster. Adam Webster will give it to Jan-Paul van Hecke. Van Hecke to Mats Vifa on this right side, and Webster will give it to Danny Welbeck. Shifted out to the left side now. There is Simon Adingra who's going to run at the Liverpool defence. Yassine Ayari will clip it forward, headed away by Quansah, comes to Brahan Gruda. Gruda will knock it back for Danny Welbeck. Welbeck looking around for his options, will give it to Gruda. Gruda's going to shoot, blocked or deflected on the way by Conor Bradley, but does go into the hands of Alisson Becker. But Brighton have looked dangerous tonight when they've got forward. Liverpool have had to defend with bodies in front, and again Brahan Gruda has certainly looked pretty decent. As then it is the Ecuadorian Pervis Estupiñán who gets caught on the wrong side of Conor Bradley and brings him down. That'll be a free kick. I'm going to find out how much additional time we've got left. Just the 1 minute. Despite the 2 goals, there hasn't been really any stoppage at all. There hasn't been any injuries, anything of the kind. It's just the 1 added minute. So it will be a delivery in. A bit of hustling and bustling. Once again, Brighton have sorted out their defensive line on the 18-yard box. A real brave starting position. There's Harvey Elliott, gives it to Szoboszlai will. Oh, what a goal! I tell you what, that is an absolutely epic goal. That's absolutely incredible. I can't believe what I've just seen. It's just come out of nowhere. We've got about 15 seconds left of the first half here, and then it's just shifted to the right side. Dominik Szoboszlai has just got it out of his feet, and wow, he has just hit it from such a tough angle, and it has just looped over the head of Verbruggen, who's been caught on his way down, but it's not take away from the finish. The Hungarian has just struck that so well. There's limited pressure on him, but it's such a good finish, right into the top corner. What a goal that is by Dominik Szoboszlai. Definitely took his manager on a slot by surprise. I don't think he was expecting a goal of that quality. And he has just beaten Bart Verbruggen. It's Dominik Szoboszlai with his 6th Premier League goal of the season. And that should be that. It is half time. Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Liverpool 2. Bosley, players that have scored the goals for the Reds. So the right channel. It's now Pervis Estupiñán who will go back to Yassine Ayari. Ayari with it. We'll give it to Adam Webster. Adam Webster will turn back and give it to the goalkeeper, Bart Verbruggen. And it is the first time that any side in a Premier League season have scored 2+ goals. They've done it on 31 occasions. The most occasions ever in a Premier League season. The most before that was quite a few teams on 30 occasions. But 31 times that we have seen Liverpool score 2+ goals this season. That is a remarkable stat. No, just a little bit of a sore one for one of the Brighton players. Konstantinos Tsimikas just flipping over. I think it was Simon Adingra, and it has been a free kick, and Adingra looks to be in a little bit of discomfort holding his shoulder. Fabian Herzler has called out his goalkeeper, Bart Verbruggen, from his goal to just have a quick conversation with him. So Arne Slot, who was in the beach club in Ibiza during mid week last week, he was enjoying the sun. So they've been here with his Liverpool side, and I'm not sure they have fully got out of third gear, and who can blame them? They've already wrapped up the Premier League title. It's just more of a procession now through to the end of the season. Brighton, it's their 8th season in a row in the top flight, and we certainly consider them as an established Premier League side now. It's certainly been a decent opening campaign for Herzler. They currently find themselves 9th in the league, which I think coming into the campaign they would have expected a top 10 finish with the players that they've got. So the medical staff are on with Yankuba Minte, looks to be a bit sore. I think they've just given the thumbs up to Fabian Herzler to say that Minte will be okay to continue. He's helped back up onto his feet. So Brighton will have to play the next 30 seconds or so with just 10 men, but they've got a free kick opportunity. Liverpool this time with a high line of their own. Stood on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's going to be delivered in. And Estupiñán with the acrobatics overhead kick, but it goes straight into the hands of Alisson Becker. And now Brighton could come forward because Becker has released it. It's Pervis Estupiñán, and Estupiñán's brought down on the edge of the box once again. The referee gives the free kick. I don't think he's going to point to the spot just yet. Ryan Gravenberg just catching Pervis Estupiñán. So it's going to be a free kick. Danny Welbeck, Brahan Gruda and Yassine Ayari are stood over it. Liverpool's wall being assembled, 5-man wall. Alisson Becker just sorting it out. He's told Harvey Elliott to lie behind it. And it's going to be an opportunity. We'll wait to see who is going to stand up to take this free kick. So it's Brahan Gruda who's going to leave it for Danny Welbeck. Welbeck is going to take it on the keeper's side, and it's Alisson Becker who's shown quick feet and a good stop to get across his goal quite quickly and bat it out for a corner. Alisson's got to cross pretty quickly He's batted it away. So it's going to be another opportunity for the Seagulls to deliver. It's going to be sent into the back post. Danny Welbeck will get there. He'll head it off the back of Harvey Elliott. It'll come out to Minte. Shot goes in. It's blocked again. Brighton coming forward. It's Brighton Garuda, edge of the box. He's going to shoot. It's another good stop by the Brazilian in the goal, Alisson Becker. And the 32-year-old will quickly release it forward towards Cody Gakpo, but it comes off what I think was the heel of Carlos Baliba. And Brighton now can look to push forward. Here they are back to Yassine Ayari. Ayari bundled over by Dominic Szoboszlai, who complains about that decision from Andy Madley. Szoboszlai just puts two hands into the hand of Ayari and shoves him to the ground, and I think in truth there is no doubt about that one. So it's Brighton to stand over this one. Getting the ball into all of the right areas at the moment. So it's going to be a delivery in by Ayari, flicked on, and it's Alisson Becker who will come out and collect it. Alisson gets there. Alisson will roll it out. It's to Harvey Elliott. Elliott out to Ryan Gravenberch. Gravenberch to Ibrahima Konate. Konate to Jarell Quansah. Dominic Szoboszlai out to the right side. It's Ryan Gravenberch asking for players to surround him. He'll go back to Ibrahima Konate. Alisson Becker will get the ball out of his feet. He'll play a 1-2 with Gravenberch. Alisson out to the left side now. Jarell Quansah to Tsimikas. Tsimikas will come forward. Back out to Quansah. Send it to Alisson Becker, and Alisson will knock it forward, headed by Van Hecke. Adam Webster will knock it forward, and now an opportunity for Liverpool to break forward. Cody Gakpo is there, and he's bundled over, or he bundles over a Brighton player, shall I say. Just bundled over Mats Vife. He didn't need to make the foul because it was a 2v1 attack. So it's Mohamed Salah who's received the ball from Harvey Elliott, comes down the right channel, pull it back for Chiesa, gets his shot away, blocked off by Van Hecke, who just chucked himself at the ball, and now Brighton could surge forward. It's Brighton Garuda. Heavy touch, and Jarell Quansah was able to step in and make a good challenge. It's now Liverpool coming down the left side. Cody Gakpo. Gakpo's in behind, going to pull it for Salah. No, how has he not scored? Right in front of the Liverpool supporters. I don't think any of us are quite sure how Mohamed Salah has missed that one. It's an open goal opportunity that is spurned by Salah. It's excellent driving play by Cody Gakpo, just pulls it across for Mohamed Salah, and somehow he has pulled it wide of the goal. So it's Mats Vife, knocks it back to Van Hecke. So here is Pervis Estupiñán. Estupiñán has the option of Simon Adingra, but he'll play a 1-2 with Yassine Ayari, and Harvey Elliott will give it to Mohamed Salah on this right side. Salah look to take on Pervis Estupiñán, but he makes a good challenge. Now the ball will be in, head into Simon Adingra. An opportunity for Adingra to run at Connor Bradley. And they'll go all the way back to their goalkeeper. Alisson will send it forward. Here is Adam Webster. Adam Webster will bring it down on his chest. give it to Adingra. Back to Webster. Webster will deliver it in. It's a high ball. Yankuba Minte has jumped up for it, but unable to head it into a central area and goes out of play for a Liverpool goal kick. Just shows that Mohamed Salah is only human, and it can happen to anyone. Someone that's had an incredible season this year. 36 Premier League games, 28 goals, 18 assists. It's 46 goal contributions in 36 games. It is pretty incredible. And it's back with Brighton on the ball now. Here is Webster. Webster receives a ball from Yassine Ayari, goes out to the left side. It's Simon Adingra who can move it onto his right foot. He will cross it in, and it's headed away by Jarrell Kwanzaa. Now it's going to be a cross in, and Ibrahima Konate will head it away. Harvey Elliott will head it towards Federico Chiesa, and then eventually an offside is spotted, and it will be awarded by Andy Madley. Free kick to be taken by Alisson inside his own 18-yard box. So they go forward to Szoboszlai. There is Alisson. Alisson will knock it forward. One in the air by Jan-Paul van Hecke. There is Yankuba Minte. Gives it to Danny Welbeck. Welbeck out to the right side. It's going to be a shot that goes in by Brahan Gruder. Cutting onto his left foot did the German, and got a shot away, the young 20-year-old. He's only making his 7th Premier League start of the season. It was a little bit of a surprise when Gruder got the call to start ahead of João Pedro. Gruder sent it wide. Yeah. Good impact today has Brahan Gruder. It's Conor Bradley coming forward. He'll play it out to the left-hand side. Harvey Elliott will give it to Tsimikas. Tsimikas to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai will give it away himself. Now Brighton can break forward. Brahan Gruder, and he is tripped up by the Hungarian. Szoboszlai clearly seems frustrated that the decision was given, as he clearly doesn't agree with it. Just has a little bit of a moan at the referee Andy Madley in front of him. Ball goes back to Bart Verbruggen. Verbruggen will just flip it up to Pervis Estupiñán. Estupiñán will give it to Simon Adingra. Now here is the left fullback, plays it inside to Danny Welbeck. Welbeck to Estupiñán, will pull it back. Opportunity here for Brahan Gruder. He flicks it back to Danny Welbeck, and it's another good stop by Alisson Becker. He's having a good game today. And then it goes out for a corner. And he's showing why he is known as one of the best shot stoppers in the world. Pervis Estupiñán just flicking it, and then it was Brahan Gruder, and you thought he's just going to take a shot, but instead he just backheeled it back to Danny Welbeck. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Excellent stop. Alisson came out and made himself as big as possible. And he's gone out for a corner. So, delivery comes in, punched away by Alisson. There is Pervis Estupiñán. Estupiñán out to the right side, brought down well by Brahan Gruder. Really good play here. He's now going to get a shot away. He feels like he was being shoved as he got his shot away. It was a pretty poor effort as we reach the hour mark in this game now. Brighton still trailing from 1-2. There's a couple of Liverpool players gearing to get on. Looks like Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz are two of the players that are prepared to come on for the Reds. Chiesa, move it out to the left-hand side. Here's Cody Gakpo battling for it. He gives it to Szoboszlai, but he loses it. Now Carlos Baleba can come forward. He'll knock it back to Yassine Ayari. Ayari gives it to Pervis Estupiñán, who's able to bring it down. He's got Simon Adingra full support. Dingra tries to take on the Liverpool fullback, but tries to take it all upon himself and eventually does run it out of play, but does receive a round of applause from the Amex crowd and from his manager Fabian Herzler. So Alisson will play it short to Dominic Szoboszlai. And then it comes to Connor Bradley. Bradley will knock it forward. And it's Szoboszlai who will surge forward. He gives it to Mohamed Salah. Salah tried to get a shot away. It comes out to Cody Gakpo, who brings it down in his chest and fires a shot in. And he fires a shot in, but it goes over the bar of Bart Verbruggen's goal. He jumped up high to try and get a little touch on it, but it was always rising. There is going to be a triple substitution, shall I say. So first of all, coming on for Liverpool is Luis Diaz, and coming off is Cody Gakpo. He's not been able to add to his 10-goal tally. Luis Diaz will be coming on looking for a 14th. Ryan Gravenberch is going to stay on. It looked like he was coming off, but I think he's going to stay on actually. Just come over to speak to the coaches. So Cody Gakpo coming off for Luis Diaz. Federico Chiesa had a great spell here at Liverpool. Comes off for Darwin Núñez. And then the man that Curtis Jones will be coming on for is the man that scored the second goal for Liverpool tonight. Dominic Szoboszlai is off. He's got a wonderful goal. Not sure whether some people thought he was crossing it, but it's just a wonderful finish into the back of the net. And he has made his way off, and Curtis Jones has come on. A triple substitution on a slot, just potentially looking to keep it fresh. So it's Verbruggen with a forward ball. Luis Diaz has made his way over. And there is Curtis Jones. Jones has got support of Salah out on the right side. Estupiñán slips as he falls down. Jones going to shoot, and he just kicks it off Estupiñán, and then a shot from distance comes in from Harvey Elliott, but it just lands comfortably into the hands of Bart Verbruggen. Verbruggen, draped in all black, will stand up. So there's going to be a substitute here. Simon Adingra is coming off. And coming on for Simon Adingra is Karo Matoma. The 27-year-old is on. And that is the only substitute Brighton have been able to make in this game so far. We are back in play. Alisson finds Connor Bradley. It's Adam Webster who dives down and knocks it out for a Liverpool throw, which quickly goes directly into the feet of Darwin Núñez. Pervis Estupiñán just having a little bit of a go at the referee at the moment. Clearly didn't think that throw should have been awarded to the side from Anfield. The ball goes up as Jarrell Kwanzaa will turn back and go to Adam Webster. And here is Jones. Jones out to the left side. It's Luis Diaz. Diaz with it. Luis Diaz will cross it in. Pulls it back for Curtis Jones. Jones with it. And then Ryan Gravenberg's going to shoot from about 35 yards out, but can only hit the man in front of him, which is Carlos Baliba. We've got 25 minutes left now. So Simicas will cross it in. Darwin Núñez has jumped up. Carlos Baliba is just going to clear. So Liverpool with the ball. It's Ryan Gravenberg in a central position. It goes back to Alisson Becker. Alisson Becker to Ibrahima Konate. Right side with Conor Bradley, and then Harvey Elliott will move it to Curtis Jones. Knocked in behind for Mohamed Salah. Salah tries to get there ahead of Adam Webster. He eventually gives it to Darwin Núñez, who will pull it back for Conor Bradley. Bradley to Salah. Salah gets a shot off, and then it's a good save by the goalkeeper, diving to his left side. Fantastic agility by the goalkeeper. Really smart stop. Diving to his left side and able to prevent it from going in. Really good stop, and that is once again Mohamed Salah being prevented. So it's Simicas. Simicas will knock it in behind this time for Darwin Núñez. Núñez will compete with Jan-Paul van Hecke. He gets across, knocks it out for a corner. Right in front of the Liverpool supporters who serenade Darwin Núñez. So finding themselves in a little bit of retreat now. So it's going to be a packed out 18-yard box as they to deliver the ball in. It's going to be sent across, headed away by Jan-Paul van Hecke, brought down well by Caro Matoma, and then the referee has spotted a foul in there with the support of his assistant referee. Free kick is given, and there is 3 substitutes gearing to come on for Brighton. Fabian Herzler just looking to freshen it up ever so slightly. It's his side could do with at least a point in this game, as they've still got a thin chance of securing European football next season. It's Caro Matoma inside the box now. He finds Danny Welbeck. He shoots. Good save by Alisson. It's followed in by the substitute, Caro Matoma. And it's the least they deserve. And it's just what they need. And it's the Japanese international, Caro Matoma, with an important goal here. And he has just followed in after some wonderful play by them, as it was Matoma who started the attack, knocked it in behind for Danny Welbeck. Good save by Alisson, and then it was followed in by Matoma about 12 yards out, and he's just hit it into the crowd of players and past Alisson Becker, and Brighton are back level in this game. It's Brighton 2, Liverpool 2. And it's Caro Matoma who's now hit double figures in this Premier League campaign. That is his 10th Premier League goal of the season. And that certainly could be a big, big goal in the grand scheme of things for the Seagulls. Alisson did his best to prevent the ball from going in, but as it stands, a point would be enough for Brighton to move up to 8th in the Premier League table, which would represent a really good season for them. So here on the right side, it's Mats Wiefer. We'll give it to Jan-Paul Van Hecke. Van Hecke will clip it to the left side, brought down well by Karo Matoma. Matoma with the ball, he's on the edge of the box. Matoma will give it to Carlos Belieber, gets it out of his feet, moves it out to the right hand side. It's going to be a delivery in by Wiefer, and it's Alisson who comes out of his goal and collects it well. Good goalkeeping by him. Very good goalkeeping. So Alisson with the ball in his hands. We'll roll it out to Ryan Gravenberg. It's Harvey Elliott. Mo Salah. Elliott with it. We'll go back to Ryan Gravenberg. Jarrell Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa to Ryan Gravenberg. We'll move it out to the right side. Connor Bradley will play it inside, but these substitutes for Brighton still are yet to come on. The ball is knocked forward. Yassine Ayari slips as he tries to get on the ball. There is Gruder out to the right side. Simon Adingra to Wiefer. Wiefer then falls down as Tsimikas collides with him, and Andy Madley quite quickly waves his fingers away. Just put his fingers to his ears as if he was listening to something. He's just waiting for the final decision from VAR. We're going to have a look at it, but I'm not sure there's enough in that. He goes down rather too easily. He does Mats Wiefer. He's felt a bit of contact, but it's rather too easy for him, and he almost just chucks himself to the floor. So there's going to be a substitute here, and what a performance by Brahan Gruder. He has played really, really well today. He's going to come off for Matt O'Reilly, the former Celtic midfielder. And also coming off is Yassine Ayari, the one who's had a good game today, I feel. He's going to come off for the Paraguayan Diego Gomez, who signed in the summer in an $11 million deal from American side Inter Miami. So Yassine Ayari and Brahan Gruder making their way off. Good performance from them. Diego Gomez and Matt O'Reilly are the two players who have made their way onto the Amex pitch. So it's Adam Webster who will give it to the right side, and then Karo Matoma will attempt to get there, and comes back to Purvis Estupiñán, and here is Diego Gomez, who can look to run at the Liverpool defence. Plays it into Matt O'Reilly. O'Reilly tries to just hold on to the ball, but quickly move back to Canate, and then Connor Bradley will just send a panicked ball forward, and Adam Webster will clean up. He gives it to Karo Matoma as we reach the final 15 minutes of the game. Estupiñán with it. Switched across to Karo Matoma. Matoma brings it down really, really well. Estupiñán to Matt O'Reilly. Matt O'Reilly will cross it in, blocked off by Connor Bradley. Danny Welbeck will just flick on a header. Then Luis Diaz will take a heavy touch and will get going. And what a challenge that is by Yankuba Minte, who quite quickly turns around to the Brighton supporters to celebrate that sliding challenge. It was really well received by the Brighton supporters. played really well today of Brighton. 10 shots on target they've recorded against Liverpool, which is pretty remarkable. They've certainly been the side on top today of the Seagulls. And they will feel that they deserve all 3 points from this game. So it's Jan-Paul van Hecke, gives it to Adam Webster. Adam Webster takes a heavy touch. This could be a silly moment because Liverpool can hit them in transition. The referee will play an advantage after Webster commits a foul. It's Salah inside the 18-yard box, tries to get a shot away. A lot of credit this time has to go to Jan-Paul van Hecke. Brighton will continue whilst Liverpool have got a man down injured, but it's Alisson out of his goal. Does really well, and then Cooley plays the ball to Conor Bradley. Now Ryan Gravenberch will come forward. Harvey Elliott's still down injured, but Liverpool taking no sympathy on him. It's Mohamed Salah to the left side. Luis Diaz. Curtis Jones will then try pull it back for Darwin Núñez, but lack of good execution there. And it's Danny Welbeck, but he gives it away. Welbeck, great sliding challenge on Konate. And now the referee will take action for that foul from Adam Webster. I don't think he can have any real complaints. And it's our first yellow card of the game. Adam Webster just took a heavy touch and then brought down Harvey Elliott. It was a late challenge. But as I say, I don't think he can have any real complaints, can Adam Webster. The man who joined from Bristol City in a 19 million deal. There has just been a substitute in that stoppage. Conor Bradley has gone off and Wataru Endo has come on. Decent performance tonight from Conor Bradley, who got an assist for the first goal. Wataru Endo has come on, has not really been fancied. He's only made the one start in the Premier League. This is his 19th appearance altogether. He's not been fancied by the new manager. Certainly feel like the previous manager, Jurgen Klopp, did prefer Arne Slot, as Salah's attempted to cross the ball in, but it's poor execution. It goes out of play for a Brighton goal kick. So long ball forward, Matoma will head it to Danny Welbeck. Welbeck out to the left-hand side. Matoma will cross it in, and then it's flicked on by Matt O'Reilly, but he's missed the ball, and then it eventually goes out of play. And Kuba Minte can't believe it. He's now having a moan at the assistant referee because he feels like the whole ball hasn't gone out of play, but really good play by the Seagulls, and Matt O'Reilly's just tried to flick it in. I think he would have been offside anyway. The assistant referee, I think, may have actually been flagging for an offside rather than the ball going out of play. Fabian Hertzler can't believe that he missed the ball, but may have saved them a little bit of pain that he did, because it would have eventually been ruled out. So ball back to Alisson Becker. Alisson with a forward ball. Ryan Gravenberch will give it to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa to Tsimikas. Here is Curtis Jones, finds Harvey Elliott out to the right side with Wataru Endo. Now Elliott will step forward. He gives it to Endo. Endo with the cross in. Part of a Bruggen. Good hands. Bruggen will send it forward. Chested by Welbeck, but he gives the ball away. And then the ball is eventually picked up by Minte, but he's unable to regain his composure. And now he's battling with Tsimikas, and he eventually loses it. He will go back to Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa with a forward ball. It's Harvey Elliott. Now Kwanzaa will step forward. Good powerful play by him. He moves it out to the left side. Luis Diaz has got a shot away, blocked off by Matt Zvifa. Now it's Diaz. Diaz with it. And give it to Harvey Elliott. It's Curtis Jones. Turi Yendo moves the ball to Harvey Elliott. Now got 10 million they spent on him from Stuttgart, and they had a little bit of a crisis in holding midfield as it goes out to the left side. Luis Diaz will pull it across. Darwin Núñez has attacked it. Adam Webster's got his body in front, and now Brighton will look to hit Liverpool on transition. We've got Diego Gomez. He's got Danny Welbeck for support. Who'll play it inside to Karo Matoma, and they'll just reset again, allowing them to take a couple of seconds. And Liverpool fans, you can imagine, could probably only count the number of wrong decisions on his slot this season with one hand. The Dutchman arguably made a fatal error in last weekend's visit to Arsenal. And the Reds stormed into a 2-0 lead against, thanks to Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz's efforts. However, the pendulum swung drastically at the start of the second half as a re-energised Arsenal scored. As it's Matoma who comes forward from a tough angle, gets a shot away, and again beated away by the goalkeeper Alisson. They look really dangerous whenever they get forward through Brighton. It's an entertaining game. So open. Liverpool are almost a little bit lapsed defensively. So here is Luis Diaz going down the left side, moving on to his right foot. Diaz can try and get a shot away, but good tackle by Diego Gomez on the edge of the box. It takes a while to clear it. And Turi Yendo will give it to Curtis Jones. He'll clip it to Mohamed Salah. Salah is here. Salah coming inside, and then a shot comes in from Harvey Elliott. It's not a great effort from him. Now it's going to be a double substitute. So first of all, we are going to see Jack Hinshelwood, who's going to come on. Who is going to come on for Yankuba Minte. So just 20 years old, but he's really established himself in the team as Jack Hinshelwood. And this is a big moment for young Harry Howell, who is just 16 years old, was born in 2008. He's an attacking winger, and Harry Howell is going to come on for the captain, Danny Welbeck. And he is actually the cousin of Jack Hinshelwood, is Harry Howell. And he is a player that is someone that the Brighton hierarchy are really excited about. And he comes on for his professional debut. Harry Howell, who has been playing for Brighton in the PL2, got 8 goals and 4 assists in 18 games this season. And the 17-year-old Harry Howell, 16-year-old shall I say, my apologies, number 72 is on. So here is Jack Hinshelwood, who can step forward. He gives it to Matt O'Reilly. Brighton have got bodies flooding forward. Matt O'Reilly will pull it back, but it's cleared by Jarell Kwanzaa. Comes back to Karo Matoma. Matoma can give it to Matt O'Reilly. O'Reilly will pull it across, and at the back post, it's Jack Hinshelwood. But the assistant referee raises his flag and indicates that Hinshelwood was in an offside position, or one of the players certainly was. Will be checked. I think it's being checked for Matt O'Reilly being in an offside position. It's tight between him and Jarell Kwanzaa, because Jack Hinshelwood certainly isn't offside. It's Karo Matoma just pulled it back for O'Reilly, but when we see the still images, it's pretty tight. But I had to guess, I would say that O'Reilly ever so slightly has gone early with his left foot. But we'll have to see it early. And we're hoping that the semi-automated offside will clear this one up relatively quickly. So Jack Hinshelwood facing, waiting for the final decision. Andy Madley just indicating that it's very tight. And he's saying we're waiting for instructions because it's so tight. I'm going to take the time over this one. Still waiting. Jack Hinshelwood having to wait to see whether he has got Brighton potentially important 3 points. It's going to be overturned. Brighton lead. And it's the 20-year-old, the local lad that has come through the youth system, Jack Hinshelwood, who is going to got a huge winner. A clinching goal to try and secure 3 points for them. And oh my Gideon, it is so close. Ever so slightly. He is onside, is Matt O'Reilly, and then he pulled the ball across to the far post, and it was Jack Hinshelwood who got there. It's his third Premier League goal of the season. And big celebrations here as Jack Hinshelwood went over to celebrate in front of his supporters. And in the race for 8th position, that could have been a crucial finish from Jack Hinshelwood. And it was worth the nervous wait in the end for Hinshelwood. So it's Alison Becker. Alison Becker will send it forward, headed by Purvis Estupinan. Estupinan heads it. And it's headed by Jack Hinshelwood. Jack Hinshelwood will head it, and what a moment that is for the young lad if he is able to secure all 3 points for his side. So it's Allison, it gives it to Ibrahima Konate. Konate to Wataru Endo. Gives it to Harvey Elliott, and Harvey Elliott is tackled well by Diego Gomez. Gomez gets across and puts in a strong challenge. Harvey Elliott bouncing the ball as he brings it to the corner flags. Again, packed out 18-yard box. Elliott with the delivery in towards the back post. Jared Kwanzaa gets a touch on it. Darwin Núñez will get a shot away, blocked off well by Harry Howell. Now Brighton can surge forward. They are flooding bodies forward. It's Karo Matoma. He's got Harry Howell for support. He will give it to him. Howell will send a left-footed ball across towards Jack Hinshelwood. But it's eventually cleared out, but you can hardly hear yourself think inside the Amex Stadium. Really lively atmosphere. Some excellent play by Brighton here as they were just chucking bodies forward. It's going to be a throw to be taken by Purvis Estupinan, who will go back to his big centre-back, Adam Webster. Diego Gomez to the left full-back. He will clip it in, headed away by Kwanzaa. Diego Gomez will play a 1-2 with Harry Howell, and then the ball is given away by Matt O'Reilly. And then Estupinan will get across and we'll kick it out. We're going to find out how much additional time we've got left at the end of this game. Wow, we've got 8 minutes left. A minimum of 8 minutes, a fair chunk of time. And a good opportunity potentially for Liverpool to find a late dramatic equaliser. I must say, I was not expecting 8 additional minutes when I saw the board coming up. There's been a couple of stoppages, an injury at the start of the second half, a couple goals. But I didn't think it was 8 minutes worthy, but on we go. It's Ibrahima Konate. Give it to the right side. Harvey Elliott with it. We'll send it forward. Mohamed Salah will flick it on, and then it's Adam Webster who will boot it out, and it'll be a Liverpool throw. It's pretty stressed, does Fabian Hürzeler down on the dugout. So Wataru Endo will go back to Konate. Konate back to Alisson Becker. Alisson to Jarrell Kwanzaa, will step forward. He gives it to Tsimikas, who goes all the way back to the goalkeeper in all yellow. Here is Ibrahima Konate. Konate forward ball to Adam Webster. And it's Diego Gomez to Estupiñán. He regains it. Here is Vifa. Van Hecke. Van Hecke with it. And it comes out to the right side, and it's Jarrell Kwanzaa who's got in and made a really good challenge. Just expect them to get better, would Brighton. So it's Vifa who sends it forward, headed by Tsimikas. They have done really well this season. They do end up finishing 8th, but I really expect them to go from strength to strength because of the age of the team for the Seagulls. It's such a young side. You look at the starting 11 tonight. You've got 22, 25, 24-year-olds, 2 21-year-olds, 2 20-year-olds, 22. The goal scorer of the substitutes just come on to 20. Simon Odingra is 23. It's such a young side that surely is only going to develop and become a better side. And also their manager, Fabian Hürzeler, he's only 33 years old. He is also only going to get better. So it's a ball out to the right hand side. Harry Howell has made a really intelligent run. He's going to stand up Tsimikas, try and move it onto his left foot, but does eventually knock it out and tries to pull it across, but Alisson will just stand there. So we have got 5 minutes of injury time left here. It's Jarrell Kwanzaa who will take the goal kick. He will give it to Ibrahima Konate. Konate gives it away, controlled on the chest by Matoma. Matoma on the edge of the box. Matoma with the shot, bends it round the goal on a great effort by him. Goes out for a goal kick. Jack Kinshawder just gave it to Matoma. Tried a bending effort, but he sent it out and wide of the goal. So it's Kwanzaa, forward ball, Adam Webster to Matoma. Here is Diego Gomez. Gomez will give it to Matt O'Reilly. It's now Jan-Paul Van Hecke. Here is Harry Howell, who's made a positive impact since coming on. Just take a heavy touch there, but finds Kolas Baliba. Shifted out to the left side, Pervis Estupiñán to Caro Matoma. And this is one way of time wasting, and effectively time wasting, because if you could just hold on to the ball and recycle it for as long as possible, just as I say that, commentators curse to give it away. It's Wataru Endo. We'll give it to Ryan Gravenberg, to the left centre back. Kwanzaa, Tsimikas. There is Luis Diaz, who tries to nutmeg Harry Howe, but he gets in and makes a crucial intervention. So he entered the final 3 minutes. It's quickly thrown in. So here is Harvey Elliott. The Liverpool players will just want to get back to Anfield and celebrate at the last game of the season. Right, Ryan Gravenberch. Give it to Jarell Quansah. Gravenberch will move it out to the left side. Konstantinos Tsimikas. Gravenberch. Back to Jarell Quansah, and Quansah will send it forward. Stupinan will chest it to Adam Webb so he can just head it back to his goalkeeper for Bruggen, and they give each other high fives and a little bit of a congratulation. So the man in all black, bought for Bruggen, he's going to send it long. Hertzler is urging for his team to come forward. In fact, he's actually just going to throw it out to Stupinan. Try and clip it forward. Blocked off by Elliott. A long ball goes up towards Matt O'Reilly, but he's unable to keep it in. Really good impact since coming on as Karo Matoma. And then it is Jack Hinshaw who commits the foul on Curtis Jones. Jones puts the ball down. It's just 90 seconds left now. It's Konstantinos Tsimikas. Long ball forward up towards Luis Diaz. Question marks over whether he was in an offside position, but play will continue here in the 97th minute. Tsimikas to Diaz. Crosses the ball in, but blocked off by O'Reilly. Quansah moving out to the left side, and good touch here by Jack Hinshaw, who takes advantage of a poor pass across the centre of the defence by Curtis Jones. Brighton could come forward. It's Howell. Plays it back to Carlos Baliba. Baliba will just knock it back to Jan-Paul van Hekke. Here is a Stupinan. Stupinan will send a shot in. Awful shot. And Fabian Hertzler is absolutely fuming with the Ecuadorian. He's not happy at all with him shooting from about 40 yards out there. He can't believe it. Not happy at all, and it is a ridiculous decision by a Stupinan. Brighton knocked the ball forward. Liverpool defenders could just head it out, and they're starting to smell the 3 points, and they are going to get the 3 points. The referee blows the final whistle. Brighton climb into 8th position, which could potentially seal a European spot. But it is Brighton and Hove Albion who run out. 3-2 winners coming from behind to win this game. And it's the local lad, the 20-year-old Jack Hinshaw, who has come on and got the decisive goal. It finishes here. Brighton and Hove Albion 3, Liverpool 2.